Oh, do you ever have the inclination just to grab somebody around the scruff of the neck and give them a slap upside the head and say, "What is wrong with you? Can you not see?" Anyway, welcome to our solo walk. Yeah, I think we all have those feelings every once in a while where you just like to grab somebody and say, "Hey, look, can you not see? The dots are almost connecting themselves, yet you still don't make the connections." But uh, that's not the way to do it. It's not the way you deal with an addict and it is an addict. It's no different than an alcoholic or a drug addict, and same with people addicted to the system, the program. Until you realize yourself that you're addicted and that addiction permeates into every aspect of your life and affects every aspect of your life. And like I said, until you admit it and realize it, it's nothing anybody can say or do that's going to make you see that you're addicted. The majority of society today, in my view, is addicted to the noise. Addicted to the illusion of comfort and security and safety, and that the powers that want to be are just looking out for your good, because that's what they're there for. They're going to make the world a better place, and so many people are addicted to that illusion that they don't even see how that is affecting every aspect of being truly alive, truly connected with themselves, I guess. You can say with creation and nature and stuff, yeah. But people aren't even connected to themselves, connected to the spirit within, connected to who they are. And until somebody realizes that there's more to them than what the system's been preaching, that there's more to them than what they've been educated into believing, been preached into believing, they'll never reach out to try to seek anything more, because they're addicted into the believing that the way things are in society is the way it is. You hear the saying all the time, it is what it is. And unfortunately, in my view, most of society, of civilization, looks at it as that. I think inside of everyone is a distant knowing that this isn't the way things are out in the society, isn't quite right. But oh well, that's the way it is. It is what it is. Let's just put our head down, sleepwalk through life, sleepwalk through what could be one of the most exhilarating experiences for humanity, for you, for me. And you know, every day on this little journey that I'm on, I'm drawing closer and closer to that. And that as each day goes, and as I understand more and remember more and connect a little more each day with who I really am and what I really am. And as I understand that there's so much more for me to know, so much more for me to experience, and just learn to enjoy the experience, the journey. You know, there's so much around us, so much abundance, so many blessings that we just ignore every day because we've been programmed not to see that, not to see the creation, not to see the creativity in each one of us, in ourselves. We've been educated into complying, educated, trained into being a good citizen. Memorize, repeat, you know. Yeah. Rinse and repeat, I guess. Yeah. Every day becomes a repetition of the day before. And that until we realize that it is an addiction, and that you know, you can send an addict to all the therapy and all the rehabilitation that you possibly can until the addict understands that he is addicted. It won't do any good. It's just falling on deaf ears. Same with trying to tell people what's going on. That's one of the reasons I don't spend a whole lot of time talking about all the bullshit that's going on in the world and that, because it's until you are willing to see it, you don't see it. So, and each one of us has eyes to see and ears to hear. So if you don't see it on your own and don't question it, and it doesn't do any good for somebody to keep feeding your addiction with the stories and the fixes of this evil, dark story that's being told to everybody. And when you come to the point where you admit that you're addicted and that things aren't quite right, and you start searching, you know, you can look at things and you can maybe see the end goal of this illusion, this story that's being told. And as I see the end game, it's total control of humanity, of you and I, so that your complete essence is harnessed as fuel for these entities, whatever you want to call it, to support what they want. But when you realize that, or see that as an end goal, you can see how everything's playing towards that. And like I said, if you don't want to see it, you never will. If you can't see how all the, at least the Western governments that I see, or 95% of them anyway, are all playing from the same playbook, and coming out with the same policies and stuff to propagate their desired outcome, and like people look at Trump, say he's doing it different. Not really. Just a different menu, serving you the same fucking meal at the end of the day. Control. And all the other ones, you look at Canada here, you look at England, you look at Germany, you look at the European Union, you look at any of them, and the end meal's the same. Maybe a little different menu from the US and most of the other ones, but the other ones are even reading from the same menu, and we're just eating it up, enjoying the meal. Yeah, right. Anyway, yeah, just thought I'd take a little break from splitting wood and have a chat with you, and there's where we went. Yeah, just remember, people are addicted to this noise, this illusion, the story they've been told. And the best thing that we can do, or you can do, or I can do, in my view, to help with that, is just to live the best life you can, to be the best you can be, to show that there's something beyond the noise, that there's something better, and that you don't need the system to be your nanny. You don't need the system to look after you. You are capable. You're more than enough. We just have to remember that, and remember who we are, and get back to who we are. Step out of the story, rewrite it. Remember the original. You're the original. You are. I am. We're all part of the same consciousness. Here, having individual experiences as individuals, but we're all connected. So let's honor that connection. Let's honor each other, love each other, lift each other up. So, like I said, I think the best way to help people with their addiction is just to show them that you don't need the drug to be happy. Anyway, give your loved ones a hug. Tell them they're loved. Look yourself in the mirror. Tell yourself that you got this, that you are loved, and that you are loved. Know it. Know it. deep within. Connect with that part of you that's calling. Remember who you are. Anyway, be blessed. Have a great day. Know you're loved. We'll talk at you again. Bye-bye.